The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.
Hi everyone, it's Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer. It is Friday the 22nd of July 2022 and I'm here with you for the Bundoran Weekly Podcast, episode 195. It is the podcast that talks about everything Bundoran. A little bit later on I'm going to be talking to Killian O'Kelly. He is the organiser of the Bundoran Bay Swim, which is happening tomorrow, and plenty of interest in that. An age-old event. Good to see it back in action again. We'll be finding more details about that from Killian very shortly, and also Teresa O'Neill will be with us from Bundoran Community Centre in our community corner. That is all on the way here on this week's Bundoran Weekly Podcast. Let us start, as we always do, in our entertainment guide, and at the Allingham we are starting there with Kieran Mackery. He's on tonight from 10pm. Bridge Kelly and Showbud doing social dancing also tonight as well. Tom Moran from 8:30 till 10:30 tomorrow night, and Robert Mazzell is in the ballroom at the Allingham tomorrow night. Sunday then at Sinead McLaughlin from 8 to 10pm, and there's a big Garth Brooks tribute show with Jason Hughes, and that is this Sunday night in the ballroom. The Contractor Monday night, Kieran Mackery Tuesday, and Trevor Lockery there on Wednesday. The Bird's Nest, it is music with Chris Mack tonight. Tomorrow night it is Stuart Moyles. Sunday it is Friends in the afternoon and the evening, and don't forget there's live music nightly each and every night through the month of July and August. Hybe tonight at the Chase and Bull tomorrow night, and Sunday it is music with the True Tones. True Tones there each and every Sunday night at the Chase and Bull, and also live music there nightly. Thirsty Thursdays at the Bank Bar each and every Thursday night. Don't forget that George's Bar as well have the trad session each and every Sunday afternoon from 3 until 5pm. Phoenix tonight, it is speed quizzing with Baldy Mick, followed by live music. The open mic night then with the Happy Wanderers House Band, that is each and every Monday night, and they've got live music each and every night of the week as well at the Phoenix. You can check out their Facebook page for more information there. Kenny Crawford at the Railway Bar tomorrow night. 51 Main Street, it is Gary Doherty tonight. Tomorrow night then Jerry McGinley and Jerry back on Sunday. Monday it is more live music, and live music right throughout the week there as well at 51 Main Street. Paris is open Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday nights. Tomorrow night Fionn Curran with support from Atlas, and Tumblin' Thursdays each and every Thursday night with the Tumblin' Paddies. Great live band they are, and they will be live at Paris each and every Thursday night for the duration of the summer months. Tom Duffy's Circus also in town, and that is on until this coming Sunday the 24th. That's at East End. You can get your tickets online for that. And a reminder as well that the historical walking tour of Bundoran, it is the free walking tour, and that is each and every Thursday morning at 11 o'clock from the tourist office. It is free of charge. It is about an hour long, and you don't need to book. Just show up there and go on the tour, and that's pretty much about it. A really great tour, and a really great way to get a brief synopsis of a history of the town in just over 60 minutes time. So that's Thursdays at 11 o'clock from Bundoran Tourist Office. Cinema-wise, well, Where the Crawdads Sing is the new movie that's out this week. Missed It Monday is on Colin Keown, which I'm definitely going to try and get to see because I didn't get to see it when it was in the cinema, so I missed it. So there we go. Missed It Mondays were made for me, I guess, on Colin Keown there this coming Monday night. The full schedule is available on our website or indeed at eclipsecinemas.com. And still there, you've got Thor, Top Gun and Jurassic World Dominion and Elvis as well. If you haven't seen Elvis, it is spectacular. Really, really good. I want to say well done to everybody involved in the car show that happened last week. A really, really great event, and well done to all of the organisers. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Bundoran, and packed event, and it was really great to see. The Donegal Southwest Links Challenge is also happening this week at Bundoran Golf Club. It kicks off on Monday. We talked to Kevin Carmody about that back on episode 188. So if you want to skip back and take a listen to that, I believe there are still some spots available to enter into that, the Donegal Southwest Links Challenge. And again, as I say, it starts this coming Monday. It is the Bundoran Weekly with thanks to AIB.ie, supporting local businesses in Bundoran and Ballyshannon. Still to come, we are going to be talking to Killian O'Kelly about the Bundoran Bay Swim, which is happening this weekend, and also we'll be in our community corner with Teresa O'Neill from Bundoran Community Centre.
the Bundoran Weekly.
I'm Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer, and it is great to see another event back in place in the calendar for the year. The Bundoran Bay Swim is happening tomorrow. Killian O'Kelly is the organiser, and I caught up with him doing the final preparations during the week. Killian, we're sitting here at the pier, and as we record this, we are just a couple of days away from the Bundoran Bay Swim, and fingers crossed, all looks good to go ahead.
Yeah, we're only 2 days out now, and the conditions look good for the swim. We have practically no swell, which is perfect.
The swimmers are like that.
The swimmers are like that. It makes it easier. As you know, the swim runs from Tullenstrand to the pier. Tullenstrand is a beach that's quite exposed to swell, so it's practically nothing. Maybe
It's going to be a lot.
once you go by waist height on Tullen, they'll basically be swimming from there.
So stupid question, but because it's flatter, is it going to be very much easier for the swimmers?
Well, the swell only really affects the first 100 metres of the swim, but it's the most important 100 metres because if a lot of sea swimmers aren't used to swell, so I don't like conditions where we have waves on Tullen, and it creates safety issues if there's big waves on Tullen. So this the ideal conditions for the first 100 metres. After that, the swim is as normal. It's open water. The wind is south and kind of forecast south and southeast, so we'll have quite a lot of shelter underneath the cliff as the swimmers come out from Tullenstrand, and then when they come around to the boat quay, they have that stretch of open water where there's a bit less shelter, but it's reasonably light winds and good conditions for swimming.
So you've increased the capacity this year as well. How's that been going?
Yeah, so the swim is, as you know, the swim's been run by the Bundoran Community Centre in aid of, it's a fundraiser for the Bundoran Community Centre, and this year we secured 200 participants maximum. I think, as I'm talking to you now, Shane, I think we've 125 registered, which is about 40 more than last year. Good. So that's really good.
And remind me of the distance again.
So the distance is 2.4 kilometres from Tullenstrand to the pier.
That's and have you seen a lot of people out kind of practicing and stuff?
Yes, yeah, lots of people practicing. A lot of the usual suspects have been practicing. I think the people who've got into open water swimming. And lots of people have contacted me in the last week just with questions about the route and questions about registration and stuff. So there's a good bit of people from all over. I had a person from Carrick-on-Shannon and a person from Omagh contact me yesterday. So people are coming from all over.
Very good. So if somebody has registered for the swim, talk me through the process of what happens on Saturday.
Yeah, so you register on the website, bundoranbayswim.com, and you pay your fee. It's €20. So once you've done all that, on Saturday, registration will open at the pier. So down beside the RNLI station down here at the Bundoran Pier at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. So registration is open from 11 to 1:30. The reason we have registration at all is, of course, people have booked online and that's great, but we need to confirm the exact number of swimmers who are attending on the day. So you come down, your name should be on the list. You just click off as registered. You'll get a swim hat, you get a bottle of water and a mobile phone cover, and then the swim itself starts at 2 p.m. So you need to be in your swimsuit or your wetsuit. You can do it in either, on Tullenstrand for 5 to 2. I'll do a quick safety briefing, and you'll see all the boats and the kayaks that are helping with safety cover will be off Tullenstrand. Okay, so then they'll go down onto Tullenstrand, swim will start, and they'll all come around here. Yeah, it's not a race, but it is a race. Yeah. It's not a race, but there's a lot of pride involved. We a good local man won it last year, so from Bundoran. So we'll try and repeat that next year or this year. Yeah, it usually takes people, in my experience, between 45 minutes and an hour to complete the swim. So it's a nice length of a swim. What I tell the swimmers is when you get to the point of Rogie and you can see the pier, you start to see the pier, you're about halfway, more or less. It might feel, the second half might feel longer because it's an open water. as opposed to swimming along the cliff at Tullinstrand. But once you can see the pier, you're about halfway, and usually takes people about 20-25 minutes to get to the Point of Rogie.
And then, of course, there'll be lots of people here on the pier as well to cheer them on as they come in.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere on the pier. Everyone's always the pier's jammed with people waiting for their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their wives, husbands, sons, daughters to arrive and to cheer them on. And it's a great atmosphere. And I always view the Bundoran Bay Swim as a good community day for the town. The sea is our greatest resource here in Bundoran, greatest natural resource, and it's just great to have the local community involved, and the atmosphere down on the pier is great.
And of course, weather permitting, there'll be some family activities as well.
Yes. So last year we were restricted with COVID restrictions, but this year we're hoping to have a barbecue and a street market. We'll have to see how the weather turns out. When I mean the weather, I mean, will it be raining or not? In terms of the sea and the wind, it's fine for a swim, but we just have to see how the weather turns out on the day. But we try and create a bit of atmosphere, a bit of a community day down on the pier. So everyone's welcome, whether you're taking part in the swim or not, and it'll be a great fun day. Expect the swimmers from about 2:45 to about 3:15 would be the window that the swimmers will be landing at the pier.
And of course, just if you are coming down to the pier as well, the pier will be blocked from parking.
Yeah, we just have to restrict access to the pier just because of the volume of people that will be coming down. If you think about it, we've 125 swimmers. We probably at least have 125 people meeting each of those swimmers, probably more than that. Yeah. So you're going to have a couple of hundred people on the pier. So just from a pure safety point of view, we're just going to ask people to park in the free car parks. There's 2 car parks one at the right and one on the left as you come up the top of the pier, and then there's the big car park in front of the Allingham there. They're all free car parks too, aren't they, Shane?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And speaking of safety, it's not something, of course, you take lightly either.
No, I mean, my role on the day is to keep the swimmers safe. I do a safety briefing at 1:00 down here at the pier for all our kayakers and our boats that are helping covering the safety on the day. We have good conditions, as I said. There's no real swell, which makes the job a lot easier. And I'll do a quick safety briefing just before the swimmers get in on Tullinstrand. And there is safety in numbers, but my preference is to use kayaks and SUPs as much as possible. They're safer to be in closer to the swimmers, so they can be within 2-3 meters of a swimmer, unlike a boat which has to kind of hang back a bit, so because of the props on the boat. So our boats will kind of supervise the kayakers going along with the swimmers, and then if there's an issue, I think last year we gave one person a lift back to the pier. They just got a bit tired. There was nothing wrong with them. So if someone gets cold or if they get tired, we'll give them a lift back to the pier and shorten the swim a bit for them.
And of course, there's a lot of when you talk about the kayakers, that's a lot of people giving up their time as well.
There is, yeah, and the kayak club in Kinloch have been very good. They're giving us a few people, and also a few local people that have helped in the past are coming down. So that's very much appreciated. And as I said, when you're a swimmer, you far prefer to see a kayaker going alongside you than a boat, just because of the noise and the prop and the petrol of the boats. The boats have a different role on the day. They're kind of there in case someone does need to be brought to the pier.
Sure. And can people still enter?
Yes, we have. This may have changed now since I checked, but we have a capacity of 200. We have 125 registered as I'm talking to you, Shane. So we have at least 70, although I did get 1 or 2 texts today from people asking for the links. So it's bundoranbayswim.com if you want to register. And you do need to register and pay before Saturday, because we need to have your name on the list. So you've really today or tomorrow to register.
Grant, so you're not taking cash payments or?
Well, I mean, look, if we have capacity, we're a non-profit, but we're not against profit. No, if we have capacity on the morning and we can get you registered, grand, but we really need to be very strict about the number of swimmers entering the water. And likewise, if you do come down and you register on Saturday and for some reason you're not able to do the swim, make sure you tell us on the day. So.
Perfect.
We'll have a head count on Tullinstrand.
And just as you say that, and we'll
everyone will be wearing a brightly coloured yellow hat. So we'll be able to keep an eye on everyone.
And just as you say that, and we'll wrap it up there, but that's just as an aside, that's a very important thing if you are doing open water swimming, that brightly coloured hat.
Yes, yeah. With my RNLI hat on, I mean, there's a couple of key safety tips about open water swimming generally. You don't always have kayaks and boats looking after you like we will on Saturday. Bring a swim float. Swim floats are very, very important. Always think about a means of communication. The simplest means of communication is bring a whistle. You can even tie it onto your swim float. An even better one is bring a mobile phone in a phone pouch or even a VHF radio. I know that's a lot to ask swimmers, but if you're doing open water swimming where you're going around a headland, like the route in the Bundoran Bay Swim, there's not always easy locations to get out. Mm-hmm. So just think about your route, think about the weather and tide. Never go alone. And the other thing I say to swimmers is be careful of forming unsafe habits. Just because you swim somewhere every day doesn't mean that every single day it's going to be safe. For example, here Bundoran Pier is a lovely place to swim. Loads of people swim here every morning, but there are certain days of the year, for example, the Bundoran lifeboat cannot launch at this pier, so you definitely can't go for a swim. Mainly though in the winter.
Good stuff. Some good safety advice. Killian, best of luck with the event.
Great.
And we'll have you on soon again.
Thank you, Shane.
The Bundoran Weekly.
Thanks, Killian. More details at bundoranbayswim.com, and we'll leave that note in the show notes as well. It is the Bundoran Weekly. Time now to head to the Bundoran Community Centre, and in the Community Corner is Teresa O'Neill. Teresa.
Thanks, Shane. The Parent Toddler Group is in the centre every Friday at a new time from 2 to 3:30. If you would like to join or have any questions, please email bundorancommunitycentre@gmail.com. Donations of €5 per family. The Bundoran Community Museum is open from Monday to Fridays 10 to 5 p.m. It contains a variety of historical information relating to Bundoran with books and artefacts. They also have information from other museums in County Donegal. Due to demand of our food crowd, the collection is every Tuesday and Friday from 2 to 3:30. Only one collection per family, please. Join the Seafront Strollers on Tuesday with John at 12 p.m. and Thursday with Teresa at 7 p.m. Have a stroll and a chat around the promenade and then back to the centre for tea and coffee. It is €2 per person. Have you registered for your free co-working days yet? Check out www.connectedhubs.ie where the Connected Hubs voucher scheme is available. We have desks available here in the Co-work Plus. Summer camps in the Bundoran Community Centre from the 25th to the 29th of July, 2 to 4 p.m. Booking is essential. Please call 071 98 29675 or email bundorancommunitycentre@gmail.com.
Teresa, thank you, and we'll talk to you again next weekend, which will be another bank holiday weekend, so another one to look forward to here in Bundoran. That is going to do it for our podcast for this week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all of your feedback as usual. Don't forget we are on social media. You can contact us at podcast@bundoranweekly.com by email, or indeed find us on Facebook and Twitter at Bundoran Weekly, and you can follow us wherever you're listening now, or indeed stream and download all episodes on demand at bundoranweekly.com. Don't forget, if you're on social media and if you're posting Instagram stories, search for Bundoran and Giphies. Got some nice little animations there for you to add to your stories. And you can also tag your photographs on Instagram with the hashtag Discover Bundoran, or indeed tag our account for your chance to be featured on the Discover Bundoran feed. That is going to do it. We will talk to you again next week. Thanks as always to Mark Egan and the team at Songs of Earn for the use of the Man for Bundoran, which you can hear running under me now as we finish up, and we'll talk to you again next Friday. Good luck.
The Bundoran Weekly is a production of Discover Bundoran.
The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.